part that you just watched was filmed outside, but the camera died on us, so now we're in my room. I'm just sitting on my floor. This is a curtain, but it's in the way because it helps give better lighting, so we're just going to deal with it. But today I wanted to talk to y'all about identity in Jesus, and identity has been something that I've struggled with for a really long time. My freshman and sophomore year of high school, I was very unconfident and very scared and just very fearful of just living everyday life. I was so unconfident in myself that I couldn't really look people in the eye. I didn't really want to socialize with people, and I used running as an outlet for me to be able to show people that I was happy and that I was confident and that my identity was in the running completely. And in middle school, I was the same way. And then junior year of high school, I fell during the state meet. I was winning by like 12 seconds, and I fell and had to crawl across the finish line. And with that experience, I realized that my identity can't be on the running, because once I fell, I was completely and utterly crushed. I felt so alone, and I didn't know who I was because I wasn't this top runner everyone thought I was. And I was just really scared. And then I started to think about my entire life and how I tried to put my identity in my grades. I tried to put it in the sports. I tried to put it in literally everything but Jesus. And when the running kind of got taken away from me, I realized that I can't have it in just the worldly things. It's not going to work. And I was reading through my Bible, and I fell upon Ephesians 3:12, and this verse has completely changed my life. It says, "In whom we have boldness, access, and confidence through faith in him." And I just kind of sat there and was in awe of these words that Jesus had just spoke to me that I needed so clearly. I needed to know that in him I find the boldness and the confidence that I was lacking. And I started to just run towards him and everything. And I can't explain to you exactly what happens. All I know is that I started to walk a different way. I approached people differently. I was able to start looking people in the eyes again. And honestly, all I can tell you is that it was Jesus. He started to change my heart and make me feel whole again and have this just presence of, I don't care what people think about me. I'm just going to live my life and run towards Jesus, and that's going to be it. Because I was like, in the end, the only relationship that matters is my relationship with God. And I just kind of want to talk to y'all about this today because it was on my heart about how identity can be something that we get so confused with, especially for me. I know transitioning from high school to college was really scary, and trying to figure out who I was outside of high school and outside of the people that knew me well. And I figured out that like my identity has to be in Jesus, because with him at the center, you feel this peace and this joy and this comfort that only comes with him at the center of things, because he is incredible and he's wonderful. In him, in which we have faith, we have boldness to get up every day and say, bring it on, let's live this life, let's do it, let's live to the fullest. And we have confidence to say, I can be confident. And I'm not talking about just like confidence in the way you look. I'm talking about confidence in every aspect of your life. Because my identity crisis, when my identity wasn't in Jesus, I was super unconfident, not just in my looks, in my appearance, but in like every aspect of my life. In the running, I couldn't let myself run fast because I was so much in my head of, you can't do this. My grades, I was second guessing myself on tests because I didn't think that I could get the grade I wanted to get. I'm talking about like all areas of your life. And when Jesus is at the center, you feel this just flood of confidence where you wake up and you're like, let's do this. I can do this. I can live this day. And then we have access. We have access to the God of the universe. He came down and died for us. And for me, that gives me the confidence to know that someone loves me that way, that someone looks at me and says that you're enough. That gives me confidence in knowing I have access to God. Like the God of the universe. The God of the universe chooses to love me, chooses to let me love him, and allows me to run towards him and continue to love him, and allows me to just live every day. And it gives me confidence. It helps me remember where my identity is. And in this world today, it's so hard to put your identity in Jesus because it's easy. It's easy to just go, well, I'm smart, so that must be who I am. Or I'm fast, I must be a good runner. Or I'm a great athlete, so whatever sport I'm in means that's who I am. And once that's taken away from you, you're like, whoa, who am I now? But Jesus is who you are. He is inside of you. He's your core foundation. And with him there, it's hard to explain. There's just this feeling of just love and confidence and boldness and this feeling of just wholeness, because I know that we run after things because we're we're trying to look for satisfaction. But that satisfaction comes with Jesus at your center, because he's filling that hole you're trying to fill with who knows what, you know? And so I challenge you to wake up every morning and pray that God would allow you to see him in all aspects of your life, and allow you to put him as your identity, and challenge yourself not to look at yourself in the mirror as who people see you as, but as Jesus sees you as, because he sees you as beautifully and wonderfully made. He sees you as confident and bold. He sees you as his son. He sees you as someone who can conquer the day. And I challenge you to run towards him in that, and let him become your identity, and not put it in things of the world, because when your identity is in things of the world, it eats at you. It kind of tears you down and slowly makes you feel like you're worth nothing. And I've been there, and I know that even when you think it's working out, even when you think, oh, my identity's in my running, yay, it's good, or it's in my grades, it's not. It starts to eat at you little by little, and you don't realize it till you're at rock bottom. You're like, I don't know who I am. Am I even good enough for this world, you know? And you have to run towards him and let him be the identity. And once he is that, there's just fullness to where if your grades don't work out, if your sports don't work out, if something doesn't work out, you're able to say, I will be okay because I have Jesus, because he is enough. So I hope just being real with y'all helped. And I just really wanted to let you know that it's okay to be yourself in this world, and it's okay to love Jesus in a world that sometimes makes you feel like it's not okay. And so I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe if you want to. Hopefully more videos.